Hi there, Roger Connect, President of Universal Accounting Center. I'd like to take just a few minutes here and talk about some things related to marketing and sales as it pertains to going out and getting accounting, bookkeeping, and tax clients. And one of the things that I think everyone will appreciate is there are a variety of things that you can and should be doing, but I'm going to talk today about the differences between marketing and sales, and particularly focus on some sales strategies that you might find interesting. Now, just to be clear, there is a distinction between marketing and sales. Marketing is literally what we're going to define as all those efforts, things you're doing to generate interest in your services. These are things that you're doing out in the community that gets a business owner to recognize you, be aware of you, and perhaps even raise their hand saying they're interested in knowing more about the services you offer. So these could include a variety of things such as your websites, networking groups, referrals that you're generating. It's all those things that you're doing to kind of stir the interest of the potential client, the ideal client. Now, obviously, once you've got their interest, once they've risen their hand and said, hey, I'm curious, I'd like to know more about your services, hey, I need some accounting, bookkeeping, what we need to recognize is sometimes once the interest is noticed, we actually don't just go out there and instantly get them as a client. It's not as easy as just saying, great, I'll meet with you, and always sit down and in that single meeting, get them as a recurring client. And so sometimes there is some nurturing that needs to go on. And so what that's referred to as sales. It's a sales funnel. And it's essentially saying, once you've made contact or gotten some contact information, what is the nurturing process that you use with a potential client to help them maybe be aware of your services, maybe be interested in your services, educated to your services, and perhaps when they have a need, have you be top of mind. It's referred to as TOMA, top of mind awareness. And what we want to do is when they have a need, be the one that they think of. So what we want to do is through the sales funnel, actually have things that we can do to encourage them to use our services, get in maybe engaged with us, maybe use various things of ours that give them a chance to become more comfortable with us and see us basically as the expert we are. So with that in mind, I want to actually take the attention from marketing and actually put it right now on sales and share with you what's referred to as a sales ladder. It's essentially what you're doing to take a client that may not be necessarily comfortable or familiar with you to the point that they see you as the expert you are. And so what I'm going to introduce to you here is basically some stages you can use in an effort to take someone that you're introduced to and move them down the process of eventually becoming an engaged client, someone that you're working with regularly. So the first thing here is down on the bottom of the ladder is we want to have something that we can give to the client that has value that they would actually see as an added plus to the relationship with you, but in reality doesn't cost them much, if anything at all. It could be literally something that you're offering for free, or it may even be something that you're actually providing for less than $10. Now, there is a value here. Generally speaking, it's a perceived value of at least $100 worth of cost, but in their mind, they're actually taking advantage of the free option or paying as little as $10 for that service. And I'll talk to you a little bit about these things here at this end, but let me just quickly go through the ladder and point out that the second stage is something that you're offering that generally will be a value of around $1,000 or less, but it's something that you're able to offer to them for something maybe around $50 to $100, so less than the $99 perhaps. The third step here is getting to a value of maybe more than $5,000 or less than $5,000, but they're paying about $3,000 to $1,000 for that package. And this is where you're getting them as the recurring client. This is where you're actually getting them to now use your services on a regular basis. This is the engagement, okay? And then up here, this is where you're doing more project work, and this is where it's maybe something that has a value of perhaps $5,000 or more, and it's perhaps a one-off type situation. So let's go through the ladder here and help you see how this may relate. What are some of the things that you can think of that you could actually offer to a potential client that they would appreciate receiving, wouldn't cost you much time or energy, but it would cost them a little bit of their time and maybe a little bit of expense, less than the $10? Well, I have a few suggestions for you if you don't already have one. There's a few things out there. One is that you can actually offer a business score. It's a questionnaire that allows the business owner to spend about 15 minutes of their time, and in doing so, receive from you a business score, allowing you to actually show as a summary where it is that they have strengths and or weaknesses or opportunities in their business to improve so as to affect the value of their company. And in this, as the accounting accounting professional, you're going to have some insights that you can bring to the table that actually help them see how this applies to them. This is a phenomenal report. It's something that you can basically say, hey, look, it's something I offer to my networking people or relatives or whomever, and I can give you the link to go do this for free. And you provide it to them. And what you're just asking is that they spend 15 minutes working on their business, spending time working on what their company is. This is powerful. It's something that doesn't really cost you a lot of time. It's done behind the scenes. The report is automatically generated. You send it to them, it's done. But what that does is this report then allows you to check off that experience. They've self-identified as, hey, they're interested, they're engaging with you. So now, because of that report, you're able to offer them a little bit more of a specific report, a customized report. And from that report, you can actually say, hey, look, for basically $99, I'll produce this report for you. This report goes into details as to the essence of the business score, which happen to be 8 drivers that determine the value, the actual worth of the company. It's literally doing what's referred to as an initial valuation. You can basically tell them what the company is worth. And in doing that, for $99, you sit down with them and you go through the report. Now, I can definitely tell you that I have individuals that do this report, this very report, for as much as $1,000. They literally charge that much. And so it's definitely something that you could offer as part of your suite of services and definitely get paid for. But in the latter, you can see that it has a value. It is something that people pay for, but you're offering them as a one-off this chance to get it for as little as the $99. This is in essence paying you for your time. It gets you to go into their office and be seen as the expert. It allows you to ask specific questions about their company and then hopefully actually transition them into talking about doing an engagement where they're now actually working with you on a month-to-month basis, paying you, say, $500, $800, $1,000 to do their bookkeeping and perhaps accounting. Now, this right here is obviously the recurring work that we're hoping to get, but it obviously could then generate some project work for us as well. The other thing that you can actually look at doing is benchmarking. And I don't know if any of you are familiar with the term benchmarking, but benchmarking is literally taking the customer's financial information, some key numbers from both their P&L and their balance sheet, and using the NAICS code, running a report that compares their financials to their competitors, their industry as a norm. And what's powerful about this is using RMA data, we're literally able to generate a report for the client that enables them to see how they compare to their competition, how they compare to their industry standards. This is huge. Well, the beauty of this is you can offer the report for free, or you can offer the report for $99. Either way, it's an excellent tool that gets you in front of them so that they can see you as the expert and obviously give you an opportunity to eventually get them as an ongoing client. The power of benchmarking, just so that you're aware, is in order to generate this report, you must have current financials. So what's very nice and what a lot of people do in offering this is they do speak in their networking and in their offers as to being able to provide this at an extreme discount or as a low cost, maybe $99. And in doing so, the client says, oh, I would love to have that report and really kind of see how I compare to my competition. See all along their financials have been, this is how you compare to yourself last year. It's like saying, this is how much I weighed a year ago, and this is how much I weigh this year. Have I lost weight, stayed the same, whatever? Imagine with benchmarking, you're comparing yourself to everyone else and seeing how fit and how good you are as a company and where your areas of opportunity lie. So with benchmarking, what happens is a lot of the people get excited about the report, but are unable to actually have you produce it because they don't have the numbers that you need to produce the report. And that's where the power comes in to actually take them from, hey, I'd love to produce the report for you, but I have to get your numbers in order and do your work to actually prepare financials. Oh, by the way, would you like for me to do the monthly financials for you? Do you see how this is working? It's an excellent ladder. Obviously, I'm just kind of skimming this to help you understand and be introduced to the process, but I'd like to invite you. Why don't you go and get here at Universal Business Builder your business score. You'll experience what it is your clients would go through, that 15-minute questionnaire. You'll get your business score, and you'll get to see how this compares to you for your company. But imagine then being able to offer that same report yourself for your potential clients. clients or even your clients as well. That does enable you to actually get into offering more consultative services. It allows you to offer some services that I think you would love to be able to do as what we refer to as a profit and growth expert for your client. It's more value-based services, and so you get to charge handsomely for those services. But I also invite you to go to BizBench.com, and at BizBench.com, you'll notice some information there about the use of benchmarking reports and how to use BizBench to literally provide that same service for you. If these two things interest you and you feel you could actually leverage them in your sales funnel to actually help you get better engagements with clients, I'd love to have you reach out to Universal Accounting Center and would be happy to share with you some of the things that I feel you can use to basically use this in your business, to apply these principles in your sales and marketing funnel. Now, as part of this webinar and this video for having listened in and participating, I've got a special offer here for you to actually go out and get a book called In the Black. In the Black, if you're not familiar with it, is literally a book to help you understand the 9 principles to help you become profitable in your business. Going here, you can get the book for free. I've got a bit.ly link there allowing you to just go get it very easily. And in getting that, actually get what you need in order to basically apply these principles in your business and perhaps even take these same things to your clients. So just understand this. These things are tools you can use as part of your leads funnel that you're using to move all those people that you've gotten as leads or contacts in your marketing to ultimately become sales. Also over here, we've got what's referred to as a lead nurture tool. The lead nurturing tool is actually part of the business score. It's once the person actually does the questionnaire, there are things that they can receive from you as emails, basically helping you understand the importance of this, but it positions you when they come from you as the expert providing that information. So you want to have this. This is where a lot of people do newsletters as lead nurturing tools. Also, you have down an excellent client retention model. When you're looking at the lifetime value of a client, what you want to be able to do is use tools that enable you to offer more and more value so that you're actually seen as their profit and growth expert. And that's what we're talking about here, is taking them ultimately from marketing into sales, becoming clients of yours, paying you on a recurring basis for your services, and ultimately you getting paid what you're worth. So realize this, if it's about accounting, it is universal, and accounting success is universal. Take advantage, go get your free book here for having listened in, go get your own personal business score at universalbusiness.com, and then obviously go to bizbench.com and see what it is that you can learn about benchmarking and applying this in your business. I hope this has been helpful to you to actually see a strategy you can use to actually nurture people and bring them up to where they're recurring clients with your services. Take care and have a great day.